The first boundary type is divergent boundaries. Divergent boundaries are formed when two plates are moving and pulled apart from each other, which means that the plates are diverging. Most divergent boundaries are in the ocean. One of the most well-known divergent boundaries is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. It is an example of a mid-ocean ridge that separates the Eurasian and North American plates in the North Atlantic Ocean and the African and South American plates in the South Atlantic. This ridge is so long that you can even observe it on Google Earth. This ridge is still spreading about 1 inch a year on average. You can think of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge as an underwater mountain range. Although most part of the ridge is underwater, some mountains are so high that they are no longer underwater. The country Iceland is an example of this. This explains why Iceland is very well known for its volcanoes.
Transfer boundaries. So what are transfer boundaries? Transfer boundaries, also known as conservative margins, are boundaries where neighboring plates move in relatively translation. They are locations where two plates slide past one another. These boundaries are usually composed of transfer faults, which are the fracture zone that form a transfer plate boundary. Most transfer faults are found in the ocean basin and connect offsets in the mid-ocean ridges. There are a smaller number of transfer faults that count contingent lift sphere. The most famous example of this is the San Andreas Fault Zone of western North America. The San Andreas connects the diverge boundary in the Gulf of California with the Cascadia subduction zone. It is also an example of the movement of the Pacific plate past the edge of North America along transfer plate boundaries that extends from the Mexico border to the north of San Francisco. Previous pictures explained it further. It costed the spectacular scenery of the San Francisco Bay Area and also coastal regions of the California as well. Fantastic!
The last boundary type is convergent boundaries, or called destructive boundaries. The convergent boundaries is two tectonic plates moving towards each other and causing one plate slide under the other. The first one is oceanic boundaries. It occurs in two oceanic plates. A magma pool is formed due to the density of the plates, which rises to form volcanoes. Repeated eruptions can eventually create a chain of islands that can expand and combine to build a bigger continent. Second is oceanic continental boundaries. It occurs between a continental and oceanic plate. The plates cause shallow earthquake activity along the margin, deepening beneath the continent, volcanic eruption inland, and destruction of oceanic lithosphere. An identical example is the Washington-Oregon coastline of the United States. Continental boundaries is quite different. The magma cannot pass through the thick crust. As the time goes, it becomes granite. The identical examples are Himalayas and Tibetan Plateau, which collided by the Indian and Eurasian plates. In summary, there are three types of boundaries: divergent, transform, and convergent. Thank you for your listening.